So my last video review for this week is for my paperback / ebook read, because I had a review copy of this book as well, and it is for A Lesson in Love by Harper Bliss, which is the third book in the Cotswold Village Romance series, collaboration series that they have been doing. So that's TV Markinson, Claire Lydon and Harper Bliss. If you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there is a link in the description below, or if you're on Facebook there is a link below all the other videos. And this is a video review. For any of you that didn't see the introduction video, this is a quick look at what the book looks like. So this is A Lesson in Love by Harper Bliss. The introduction video is still available on YouTube or Facebook if you want to go and check that out. But in terms of reviewing this, oh my god, I absolutely loved it. So this collaboration series, this Village Romance series that TB, Claire and Harper have been working on has been phenomenal. And Harper's book is the last one in the series, and really when you've had to go behind TB and Claire and they have delivered such fantastic books, Harper had a big job to do, and oh my god, she did it perfectly. I am so happy with this book. I was literally addicted to it. So it follows Helen, who we have briefly met, and I mean briefly, like very briefly met in the other two books in the series. So we're meeting her finally in Harper's book for like real up close and personal examination of her Cotswold life. She writes cozy mysteries set in the Cotswolds whilst working full-time at Oxford University as a professor, and she likes to keep her writing career a little secret, so she's writing under a pseudonym. And it's one of those things where she's a little bit conflicted because she doesn't know whether to give up her career at the university and pursue a career of writing full-time, or whether to continue stretching herself, because she really is one hell of a stretched woman. And I totally got that and sympathised, because I know what it's like to have no time working full-time and then trying to do all your little hobbies on the side. And I know exactly what Helen felt like, wanting to quit the day job, as no matter how much she loved it, because she wants to pursue creative interests that make her really, really happy and that she's really, really good at. Totally get that, Helen. I totally do. But she takes on a DPhil student. She takes on Victoria Carlyle, who is also known in the book as, more affectionately in the book as, Rory. And she ends up with a lot more than she bargained for. Rory sort of takes Helen out of her comfort zone, leaves her questioning and contemplating her future, both at the university and as a writer. She's just an added level of complication to Helen's busy schedule and life, and she leaves her wondering whether she might have time to indulge in a little romance. But again, she's a very hesitant character in doing that, because obviously Rory is a student. So, well, she's not technically a student, but she is technically a student in Helen's eyes, and that's that conflict. So what I love, we're cooking on gas here with this one. Age gap, slow burn, professor to student type thing. Oh my god, it had so many amazing tropes. I was such a happy reader. I absolutely loved it. And the narrative being in first person, this alternated chapters between Helen's point of view and Rory's point of view, and both those alternations in delivering perception of the story and the development of each of the characters just gave such insight into them, and it really made me feel the strongest connection to both Rory and Helen, and gave me perspective to understand the conflict both of them faced. So I mean, for Rory, she really wants Helen as her professor. She really wants her as her mentor, her guidance for her studies, because she is the best of the best. But she also has all these very romantic feelings and emotions towards her, and she wants her in that capacity as well. Helen has got this conflict of, she's in a position of power. There's such an age gap between them. What will people think? What will be perceived of her? What will Rory think of the fact that she writes books? What will Rory think of her as a person? How is this perceived by the outside world? Is it okay on a student teacher sort of level? She's got so much conflict going on, and it was really exciting, build of great tension, and it just made it such a slow burn romance, but it was so worth the wait. It really was. And Rory, she's confident, but she still holds back. She's still got worries the same as Helen, but she's on a mission kind of to get what she wants, because she's going to follow that you know, she's going to follow that passion for love, and it just was a dynamic contrast that made them so brilliant that I really just couldn't put the book down. I really want to see more from these two characters in the future. I want to know what it holds for them, and, you know, how everything went with Rory's studies, and whether, you know, Helen became this big famous author. It would be awesome to know all this stuff. And I love that this book filled me with so much hope, that no matter how unobtainable you think a love is, because let's face it, we all have these crushes from time to time that are completely unobtainable. Exhibit A right here, this is me. I love books like this because they give me such hope that, you know, if it's meant to be and it's fated, that, you know, it will be. And just to fight and pursue these things within reason, obviously. Don't overstep boundaries, be respectful, and both Rory and Helen both exhibit that brilliantly in this book. It's impossible to choose which one of them I like best, because you got to see so much of them from the way the book was written. I just loved both of them so very much, and I just loved it. I really, like, seriously, their relationship was so intense, and I just loved it. I loved every adding feature to this as well, the extra characters, especially Helen's friends. They were all very brilliantly written in, and they just added a little touch of light humour to keep, like, light relief to keep the angst away a little bit, and just give it a nice light feel. But I am in love with both Rory and Helen, but I mean, Helen's the older one, and I'm a sucker for an age gap. I really am. I love it. So I can't recommend this book enough. I absolutely adore it. So the Village Romance series, if you haven't read them yet, go and check them out because they are brilliant. Harper's is fantastic. I absolutely loved it. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy. Make sure you grab every book in this series because they're so good. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I really, really do. If you've read A Lesson in Love by Harper Bliss, please let me know. Please let me know what you thought of it. Please talk to me about it. I absolutely love it. The whole Village Romance series, if you read them, talk. If you haven't read A Lesson in Love by Harper Bliss yet, what are you waiting for? Go and grab a copy. It's fantastic. If it's on your to read list or you're planning to read it, again, let us know because it's always great to hear what you're interested in. And if you do read it, I hope you love it as much as I did. Bye!